This is WQEX-16, Pittsburgh.
All of the things that I've suggested, many of which are things that you mentioned also in your report.
Yeah.
Yes, they're sitting there and they're drawn up really nicely on paper, but they're not implemented, and I want to know, how can these things be implemented today?
The theme of participation in schooling brings us to the end of another Why in the World program. I'd like to thank our guest, educator Ernest Boyer, for talking to us about the current state of American high schools and the ways we can work together to restore that system. Thanks also to our students from New York Area High School for being with us today. A cogent overview of this problem can be found in the Carnegie Foundation's report, High School, which has been published by Harper and Row. I'm Georgette Bennett in New York, and this is Why in the World.
Why in the World is made possible by a grant from General Motors Corporation.
And it becomes very rapidly self-defeating, because if you have insecurity in an area, you can pour economic assistance into that area, nothing works.
If you're Iranian planes being turned on Americans during that crisis.
You mentioned before various areas of the world, various countries. One that comes to mind now is China, that had serious problems with, feeding their own people, and now the problem basically seems to be eliminated. To what do you attribute this?
To the agricultural revolution. We have made enormous progress in science and technology at this point, and the production of grain for the world at large has improved a little more than the population has grown. The problem is that there are some areas like Black Africa and